Hi, this is Mel from MelPinkJournals, and today we want to create an accordion junk journal or photo album. So this is the example. I showed you the creating process in another video. I will link it down below in the info box. So it folds over on both sides. This is the accordion effect. Oh, my handles got tangled. This is the accordion effect, and this one is not directional. Oh, please stay in place. So you can open it up like this, or maybe from the other side. Oh no, don't know. Okay, anyway, you can open it up like this to use it as a kind of paper pad, notepad thing. This would work out fine as well. So, and a friend of mine asked me, I will just put this away for the moment, to create an accordion photo album or a junk journal, which he can use as a photo album for a friend of hers. These are the covers I already put together. So, okay, we will start with the back cover. I will glue this on. So first of all, I will get rid of all the clips. I don't need any more. They were just to hold the fabric in place to show her, because she lives, I think it's 500 something kilometers away from me, or we live away from each other, so we don't see every day or every week or something like this. I will just sit down to film the rest. But we talked to each other about our using our smartphones, so I showed her some photos and she said, yes, I want it this way. So I already wrapped this around. Now I have to re-wrap it. This is some cardstock, this is some old jeans, of course, you already had seen. I will use my Fabri-Tac or Fabri-Fix, it's the same, clear silicone glue, paper to paper, fabric to fabric, and fabric to paper, and I will just glue down the fabric. Because the jeans is really thick, I don't have to smoosh the glue out. I will just put on a good amount of glue, because it would be likely to stay in place forever, and I like to have it a bit more safe. And jeans is a really thick fabric, so this is why I use a good amount of glue. You can use PVA glue as well, even double-sided tape would hold in place. Maybe, I'm not sure about using double-sided tape, but the things you use for carpets, I think it would stay in place. But anyway, I like to use Fabri-Fix or Fabri-Tac. So I will not sew around the edges. Of course I will glue in the inside as well, but I just want to make this fabric stay in place really, really well. Okay, that's it for here. Now I will place this into my fabric. So I have only a bit amount of space left to fold over, but it will be way enough. Just double check everything is staying in place where I wanted it to. Yes, it is. Okay, turn it over and then just smoosh it out, just like so. You can use a bone folder as well, but I think it will work out this way too. So don't know where this is coming from, but anyway, so now it's fine. Now for the other side, you can cut off the edges, but I don't like to do it. It adds a little bit of bulk when you don't cut them off, but I like to do it this way just because it's easier for me. When I cut off the edges, this edge is always sticking out. I cannot do it the other way. But anyway, there are several ways to create junk journals, or in this case photo albums. So just sticking this down, because the fabric is a bit thicker, I will use some sewing clips to hold it in place while drying, which will be really fast. Moving on to the next edge. Okay, just double check again, because I did not catch it like I did before, but it looks good. Everything is fine. Okay, I like to start with the edges. Or it's the usual way to start with the edges, of course. Of course, you can glue down 2 edges and then this part, but I like to glue down all the edges first. So using my sewing clips to make this fabric stay in place. Okay. Whoops. You will come in handy later. Let's double check. I'm in frame. Yes, I am. Okay. So for the other part, for this part, I have to do something else because of this opening here, but I will show you later. I already talked to my friend what she is experiencing. Not experiencing is not the right word. Expecting. What she is expecting me to do, or what she wants me to do. And we just found a solution we are both fine with. And I create this specific journal for my friend, and she will gift it to her friend's birthday. But it's so much fun to create these kind of accordion albums or junk journals. I will definitely do this again. Maybe with jeans again. We will see how this works out. And then I will put them into my Etsy shop, which I hopefully can open soon. So it's end of December 2024 when filming this, and I aim to open my Etsy shop on February 2025, but I don't know if this will be possible for me. I have still to do some things before I can open it. But anyway, I'm just telling you a bit about my Etsy shop coming up. Maybe this video will come up when my Etsy shop is already online. I don't know. We will see. But Etsy shop or no Etsy shop, this video is all about showing you how to create an accordion photo album or junk journal, which is really, really easy. You don't have to sew anything if you don't like to. You can sew if you like. You just need some plain papers. I would prefer to use, so put down some sewing clips onto here because the fabric is a bit thicker. I would prefer to use some thicker paper, so like cardstock. But I think you can use how's it called, copy paper as well. I did not do it with copy paper, but I think it would work out well as well. But I prefer I prefer to use copy paper, not copy paper, scrapbooking paper, just because it's a bit thicker, but you can glue together 2 or 3 papers. Let's make sure I'm in frame. Okay, because I readjusted my working space a bit. Okay, now so it's easier for me to work. Okay. Okay, sorry. Sorry for this interruption. My smartphone is over here. I cannot see what I'm filming, so from time to time I have to check. But sometimes I put my smartphone more away from me, and then I have to work with my arms like this, and this is no good for me. But if I pull this my work project too far to me, you would not able to see what I do upside here or downside here, to say so. So this is why I try to readjust my camera setting from time to time. So as I said before, jeans is really thick, or this is a dark jeans as well, so you will not be able to see some glue seepage. Otherwise I would advise you to smoosh out the glue just with your finger. It just depends on the glue you are using and the fabrics and the materials, of course. You can do this with scrapbooking paper as well, but when I fold over things, so when I wrap a cover, I like to use a fabric just because it's more flexible. Just a personal preference. And I will give you some measurements, but later. You can do all the measurements. You can do the measurements you like, so it is not necessary to do it the same measurements I use. To do it with the same measurements, but just to give you some something you can orientate yourself on. So more glue, glue. Okay. Sometimes I try to fold it over like this, but this is a bit too thick to do it this way. So jeans is a bit too thick. I try to get the edge as neat as possible, even without cutting the excess apart. but for me it's fine. I like how the edges turn out. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, don't need these anymore. I can reuse these for here. And last side. Oops. Don't need the glue on my craft mat. So just get rid of this. Upsala, because otherwise it could happen that I have some glue on the outside cover, which I really want to avoid, because my friend did not want this journal to be too colorful or anything, so it's a really simple journal. I will show you just the process if you would like to recreate, or just for you to have some relaxing time watching YouTube videos. Okay, this looks good. Oh. Trying to get the edge as neat as I can. Okay, the edges look good. Looks good. So measurements. This specific cover measures 19 by 19 centimeters. Because my friend wanted me to create a kind of photo album for photos which are 10 by 15 centimeters. So if you have a photo which is 15 centimeters, then you would have 2 centimeters on every side. Let's just pretend, let's say, do I have something lying over here? Let's just pretend this would be a photo, and it would be 10 by 15. Of course it is not, but I think you know what I mean. If you put it in like this, you would have some space over here. Not this much space, of course. If you put it in this direction, it would be the same, with space on the front and on the top and bottom. So, and the pages will be a bit smaller, of course. So I think I will put them in like 18 centimeters. So you would have 1.5 centimeters per side. Okay, now I will get rid of all my clips, because I think this is okay, and if not, you can put on some more glue. It's no big deal, but Fabric and Fabric Fix is grabbing really fast. So this is how the back side is looking. Okay, I wanted this to be a bit more to the bottom, but I think it's fine anyway. Okay, I will just live with it. Yes, okay, I will just live with it. So now for the next thing, I put it on, as you can see here, and I have more fabric left over here. Maybe I can cut off some of this, because this is way more than I needed, or is needed. But the thing is, my friend wanted this, how is it called? Reißverschluss? How it is called? I cannot, I don't know the word by now, and the word is gone from my head. But she wants a zipper. She wanted this button and this zipper to be left over. And when the friend folds this journal open, of course, she don't want to see something like a pizza cardstock thing. So this is why we decided to do it another way. And I don't want to glue this on, and otherwise you would be able to see this side, which I don't like, but I cannot fold it over. It's way too thick, and of course you would get rid of this button and so on, and we wanted to keep this. So we decided to, just thinking while talking, okay, I will get rid of these, of course, because I need my cardstock. We decided that I will cover the cardstock just in some white paper and then give it a few stamps. So I try to get off this really careful, because this is a perfect fold. Okay, careful. Okay, so we decided that I will put on some white paper, wrap it in white paper, and then put a tiny bit of stenciling here and there, because the pages would have a bit of stenciling here and there too. So, okay, I have to search for white paper. Okay, phew, I was able to find some white copy paper. Oh, I just thought I have some white of this big papers in DIN A3 size where you can color on. Because this is really thin, this would show through. course, I can put on 2 of these, or I can put it on this side. Okay, I will search for the bigger paper. Maybe it is a bit thicker. Okay, I was lucky to find some. This is not really white. Maybe you can see it's a bit more cream, but it's fine because the papers I want to use are more cream, not really white, but a bit more cream too. Okay, the camera does not show it so well, but anyway, and this is 130 GSM, and the other, the copy paper, is 80 GSM. Okay, this will be fine. I will just put this away and then I will be right back. Okay, now let's go on. I will wrap this in this white paper, just making sure nothing is showing through. Okay, even in the light it is not showing through. Okay, but I think I will wrap it around this way, and this will be the back side, because the other paper I use is even thicker. Yes, okay, I will glue down this plainer side. So again, using my Fix glue, just because it's a really strong glue. Just putting on a good amount, just to make sure everything is staying in place perfectly. So something onto the edges. So it's the same process then with the jeans. Okay. Then putting this down on the paper, maybe onto here, and leaving a bit of material left over on the sides. I use this side because you have this perforation over here, and I don't want to have this in this journal. Just a tiny thing. It's really not important, just a tiny thing I want to make sure. So now I will cut this apart. This does not have to be straight or perfect at all, just eyeballing. And of course I reuse this in other projects. So just put it away. So we'll fold this in anyway, so it does not have to be perfect. And here again, you could cut off the edges, but for me it's difficult to catch these edges then, so I don't do this. So again, doing the same thing, putting on some glue right onto the edges. Fold them over, trying not to bend my edge, but to catch it. A bone folder would come in handy. Yes, here it is, in my reach. So then I like to do it this way and this way. Oops. Okay, repeat the steps for the other sides, other edges. You can smoosh out the glue a bit with your finger, but it's not necessary in this case. This paper is so thick it will not seep through, the glue will not seep through. You can use bookbinding tools to do these steps. You just have to buy them once and then you can use them over and over again. I don't have some, and I don't have the feeling that I need some. I know that there are people in the crafting world which use these bookbinding tools. I think it's just personal preference. I don't have the feeling I am missing anything, or I lack anything. So for me it's totally fine to just do it by hand. Of course I don't do bookbinding, I do junk journals and I bind them in by hand, but the usual bookbinding I don't do. I cover up covers, but I do it the way I show you right now, and this works out fine for me. Just telling you a few things while you are watching me gluing, gluing down this cover. So this is one extra step I want to do just because the cover can open up, not the cover itself. Of course the cover will open, so the book will open up, but the cover will open up, so the jeans part I showed you before, the jeans zipper part. So my friend and I, we had to decide what to put under the jeans. So what the journal is wearing underneath its jeans, to say so. Okay, this is fine. Now we just move on. Just putting down some glue on this side. In this case, I think this folding method will work out fine. Okay. It's a really strong paper with 130 GSM. It's really strong. But see, it's already grabbing, so I don't have to do anything. I don't need my sewing clips right now. And it really doesn't matter which width side you start. So with these two and then these two, or just going run around the world, to say so. I just go around the world. Sometimes I do it this way. Sometimes I start with the opposite sides to fold them in over and glue them in. But it really doesn't matter. The result is the same. So for this journal, I will use only white paper or white pages, as I told you before, because my friend wanted to be a bit more clean for her friend. And my friend wanted to put in some photos from her and her friend. So some things they experienced together and gifted to her birthday. So of course this video will come up after the birthday of my friend's friend. So I don't think she follows me on YouTube. I don't think she knows I'm on YouTube, but just to make sure that the surprise is being a surprise until her birthday has gone. Okay, last side. So, and because I use some thick papers I got as a present, they are a bit like, oh, oops, this edge. They are like scrapbooking paper. They are really thick, so this edge is not perfect, but for me it's totally fine. We will cover it up anyway, but this can happen. If you want to have it really perfect, you have to work another way than I do. So for me this is fine. Oh, this is a bit hard over here. Maybe I can cut this off. Just a tiny sliver. Okay, now it's fine. And the papers I will use for the inside, because we will put in photos and then the shade says it's colorful enough. And the papers I will use for the inside, I will show you again, but I think the camera does not show it so well. They are a bit natural aged on the sides. So you have a bit of this tiny, a bit of yellow right around the paper. So this is why we decided to so I will cut it to size, and I think I will get rid of all this yellowed edges. But if not, my friend told me she just wanted me to put down some stencils here and there on the edges, so then it would look fine. Okay, this is covered up, perfect. Now we need our fabric again. Okay, I have to put the white into here. So let's see. Okay, I see I have my edges over here and here. Ah yes, and I will put it right around, to here. Okay, of course it's really bulky in the middle, so maybe it is good that I have this much fabric left so I can glue it down really well. Hopefully this will stay in place later. We will see. I will just try it out. I think I did this before, but I'm not sure. Of course, this is really bulky. This is not. This is really, really bulky. So I don't know if this will work out. Maybe it would have been better to use a, not a hard cover, but a soft cover. But anyway, we will find out together. I just thought, oh no, I don't want to get rid of these because I want to glue this on. Okay, I want to glue this on by now. So this cut off pocket. So let's see. We have to go until here. and a bit over here, I think. Okay. Okay, need a bit more glue over here and over here. Okay, that's it. This will stay in place after it dried. Same for here. So something like over here would be fine. Let's just double check. We have no glue seepage from here. Glue this down a little bit more. So of course you will not be able to use the pockets as pockets, but I cannot do everything, so I try to do everything my friend wanted from me, but the pockets were not in the discussion. The pockets are shut now. So so I have one edge over here, one edge over here, and I can orientate on here. Okay, I will put down glue, and then I have to work fast because the glue is drying so quick, within 1 or 2 minutes I think. You can remove it then, but it would get damaged a bit. So I try to work fast. I need a good amount of glue, of course, because this is straight and the jeans is really bulky. What I love about this glue is that it is not flowing, so I can put it like this or like this. It will not flow away because it's a bit thicker than the usual craft glues, and really strong. Really, really strong. So I love it so much. Unpaid advertising, as I tell you always, just because I found the glue I love the most. So, oh, this was wrong. You know what? It was wrong. Because now I have glue all over. When I will glue it down, let's just double check. Okay, I will put this aside, let it dry, and then cover it up and use it for something else in another project. No big deal, no waste. But the thing is, if I would glue it down, it would get glued down everywhere. We don't want this. We want this to be open, or to get open. You want this to be able to get open. So this is why I show you the steps that don't work out, so that you know what to do and what to look after. So we want this to open up. So maybe it would be a good idea. So here we have the folds, which is fine. And here. So maybe, so I don't have to glue on the whole thing, but only a bit of it. So I think it would be fine if the journal would open up. Okay, let's put this around again. It was something like over here. So when it opens up, I think it's enough to let it open up until here and until here. Okay. Oh, my bigger clips are gone. I used them up for another project, but it doesn't matter. So I think I will just put this in place so that I know where to glue and where not to glue. So let's see, something like this. I have way more jeans I could work with, so even if this would not work out the way we wanted it to, it's no big thing, but I try to do it the right way at the first, directly and at the first, so maybe at the first attempt. Okay, even if you put it open like this, then it would be opening up like this, but not more. So this is the only part that is needed to be glued on. So this over here, and these parts, and the other parts will stay open. Okay, now I have to cut out a new 19 by 19 centimeter. This is already dried. No, not dried, but nearly dried. I will cut out a new thing like this, and put on the white paper and then the glue. I just thought, no, I will not reuse this for here. I will reuse this for other projects. So I will cut down the piece again, wrap it around in white paper, and then I will be right back with the next step for you.